Welcome to Invest. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. It's the current time of 9:49 a.m. on the Eastern Time on Friday, December 16th. Hope you guys have a good week and happy Friday. With respect to overall crypto market and equity market, you could see that as of this morning, looking at the news front, it seems like it's just more recession fear news percolating among Wall Street psychology. And across the market, it's definitely not the most bullish sentiment at the moment. It seems like there are keywords like no Santa rally because of just more reservations from fund managers. But with respect to just post-mortem effects from the FOMC meeting that we have experienced collectively yesterday, that despite we are going with a 50 basis point rate hike, not a 75 basis point, that a continuous rate hike of 50 basis point all due rate until the next year of 2023 to 2024 can technically suppress the economy going forward. And with respect to other news, you could see that there are some other trivial news that is I guess adjacent to the market outlook. It seems like Goldman is planned to cut up to 8% of its employee in January. And this is obviously not new news. This is old news that has been already been structuralized by the corporate finance team within Goldman, which handles their budget under the CFO. So this is old news that has been, but it's news to us. But with respect to internally, their budget has already been locked since November. So it seems like they are tactically gonna continue to reduce until we hit a technical bottom, which seems like based on psychology front is nowhere in sight so far, driving more and more fear. And then on the FTX side, you could see that Kevin O'Leary has been in hot fire in a recent time frame. Talk about like his endorsement of SBF. Obviously his contract was worth millions of dollars, and now with this FTX blow up, he lost it, but now he's also facing some PR, obviously repercussion because of his social support. But now he's getting the social repercussion, in a negative perspective, which can be hindering to his reputation. So you could see that he's trying his best to resuscitate on that front, knowing the fact he's known to be an investor, but to completely miss the scandalous catalyst that drive this whole blow up. It's a pretty big question mark, right? Why he did what he did, right? And before we dive into the technical, let's just take a look at what ARK Invest and BlackRock did in a recent time frame. You can see that ARK Invest was definitely more of a sell day yesterday, as of Thursday closing, and BlackRock was I would say pretty mixed bag. Nothing really up or down. I would say it's definitely more of a normalized day in comparisons to days ago, as we were more closer to the FOMC meeting. And then I'll take a look at the back in the market. Seems like we're still gliding and doing what's expected. You could see that clearly we're matching with the resistance level of basically 1250. It's been bouncing back and forth from these levels, right? 1250, 1350. And what we're seeing right now is that elongations of that we need to cross down to form a depth cross. And you could see that right now we're still at 44, which you still technically have some room to come down to 40. So that means seeing lower level of next level of support, which would be technically 1150, can be a possibility, knowing the fact that we are below a really substantive support level of 1250 already. And then on a weekly, sorry for being so convoluted with the chart. I try to make it a little bit more precise. I would say it's similar short-term negativity with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heads right now on a weekly, until we rebound on the monthly, which we ideal would be performing as we consolidate and be dead in the water for a little bit, which is normal until we firstly for Q1 pay off the tax, understanding the dynamic situation from the upcoming CPI report, PPI report, FOMC meeting on the efficacies on the 50% 50 basis point rate hike, and then continue to proceed from here. And I would say Bitcoin is quite similar in terms of affectation. Just look at the technical spectrum. You could see that monthly is pretty stale, like just looking for consolidation and continue to go high up from here. Weekly is extended, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Daily it is looking quite extended as well, right? So seeing lower level to next level support of 16,500, 15,500 can be a possibility. Okay. And then let's just take a look at the index front. It seems like with respect to the SPY front, it is performing what we are looking for. You could see that we are at 385 as we expect to be. We are slowly forming this reverse head and shoulder. This is the head, shoulder, and we're forming a secondary shoulder. But you could see that we still need to come down a little bit more based on the technical on the weekly, right? Daily it is looking quite extended out, so we ideally need to see somewhere around 385 to 375 just to firstly fix this gap right here and then recuperate from here, right? So daily and weekly looks not the best, but 375 is definitely looking like it's imminent until we recuperate, right? But you could see that the equity market is looking like we have done most of the terrible things already. With this large separation, we are eventually gonna glide up from here. Ideally in Q1, Q2. I think more in the Q2 aspect. Okay. So it's a shorter one than usual, but I have to get going to my next meeting in 5 minutes. But I appreciate you for joining me every single day, and I try to make up for it. Yeah, anyways, have a good Friday, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.